Hi everyone, it's Amanda, and today I will be showing you guys how I achieved this look. This is the very trendy, clean girl makeup look. I'm sure you guys have seen this all over TikTok and stuff. It's been very popular. Essentially what it is no makeup rebranded, which I am all about. I love this kind of makeup. I do it on myself all the time. I do it on my clients all the time. I just am obsessed with it, and I feel like I've mastered it pretty well, and I know what products work and what products don't. So before we get into the video, I would love it if you guys could subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. My goal right now is to hit 1,000 subscribers, so if you could help me get there, I would be very appreciative. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the video. So before we apply makeup, we want to make sure we have a really good base going. So today what I've done is I've done an exfoliating peel. This one is by Nudestix. This is the Lemonade Detox and Glow Micro Peel. This is lemon, papain, apple, and pomegranate. I have no idea what papain is, but yeah. So what I do with this is I apply a light layer all over my face, and I just massage it for a couple minutes and rinse it off with water. And I just find it gives my skin a little bit of an extra glow that I didn't have before, which is essential to that clean girl makeup. We want our skin to be glowing from within. So the next thing I do is I apply an eye cream. This one is by Glam. This is the Bright Eyes Illuminating Anti-Fatigue Eye Cream. So I just take a really small amount and I just lightly tap it in around my eyes. You really don't want to be pulling the skin around your eyes because it's the thinnest skin on your face and very prone to fine lines and wrinkles. So you just want to be extra gentle and careful with this stuff. So next up, I'm going in with a moisturizer. I'm using this one from Ren. This is their Evercalm Global Protection Day Cream. So I'm just gently massaging this into my skin, going in upwards motions because gravity is always working down on our face, so we want to make sure to gently massage upwards. So moving on to skin, this will come as no surprise to anyone. I am obviously going to be going in with my NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I just think this tinted moisturizer is like the supreme best tinted moisturizer I've ever used, although I will say I really want to try the Charlotte Tilbury new Beautiful Skin Foundation. It looks so pretty, and they actually were kind enough to send me some, but they're all very much too dark for me. I think they sent me like a few shades in the 4 range, and I'd probably be more likely in the like 1 to 2 range, but all the light colors are sold out now, so maybe I'll self-tan just so I can try this foundation, but even then it still might be too dark. Anyways, I'm just gonna take this on my fingers and start applying it and massaging it in with my fingers. I'm just applying a very thin layer of this, especially with this type of makeup, the no makeup clean girl kind of makeup. You want to work in really thin layers. If you work in thicker layers, it's going to be a dead giveaway that you're wearing makeup. So in my opinion, the thinner the better, and then you can slowly build in areas where you need more coverage. So once we've applied the tinted moisturizer, I like to go in with a damp beauty sponge and just pounce all over to make sure there's no streaks or anything like that, just to really sink it into the skin even more. Next, I'm going to be going in with one of my favorite concealers, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And today I'm using the shades Light 2 and Light 1. So I'm going to be starting off with the darker shade, and I'm going to be focusing that underneath my eyes and just on any blemishes that I have. And now I'm just going to be blending that out with a beauty blender. Now I'm going to be going in with the lighter concealer shade, and I'm going to be applying this anywhere that I just want to brighten the face, so mainly just on the center points of my face. So I'm going to apply a little bit under my eyes right here, some in between my brows a little bit right here, and up onto my forehead, a little bit down the bridge of my nose, and on my chin. And again, just blending this out with a beauty blender. Basically, the goal of this makeup, at least for the skin, is to have your skin looking flawless without looking like you're really wearing makeup. So I'm going to be testing out a fairly new product that I'm quite excited for. This is the new Milk Makeup Bionic Bronzer, and I'm going to be using the shade Time Travel. They were also kind enough to send me this collection, and they also sent over this really cute little clear palette that I've been really loving. I'm going to put a little bit of this product just on a palette. This is probably way more than enough, and I'm going to be dipping into it with a brush and just kind of coating my brush with the product. So I'm just going to be making sure that the product is evenly distributed on the brush just by pouncing the brush on top of the product at all different angles. Okay, so I'm just going to start by bouncing this product right on top of where the hollow of my cheek is. I'm trying to keep this pretty light, so if you feel like you have a little bit of excess product like I do right now, I just am going to start pouncing that on the perimeter of my forehead, just to kind of disperse the product a little bit more. And then once the excess product is applied, you can go back into where you applied the contour and just start bouncing and blending that out. I'm also going to take a little bit on my jawline. So to blend that out even further, I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender and bounce that right on top of where we applied that. So far, my initial thoughts on this product is I do like the formula. It's quite sheer, really nice for a look like this, actually easily blendable. For me, I wish it was a little bit cooler. If you prefer a more bronzy look like this, a little bit more yellow and orange toned, you would definitely like this. But personally, I usually go with a shade a little bit cooler than this, but I'm not mad at this at all, actually. Yeah, the shade is quite warm, quite bronzy. But I suppose this is a bronzer, no? They market it as a bronzer, not necessarily a contour. Yeah, so this is marketed as a bronzer, so that is why it is a bit more warm toned, which is totally fine. Oh my gosh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to apply lip balm. This is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Butter Balm Nectar. I'm just going to apply a generous layer over my lips. So moving into eyeshadow, we're going to be keeping this look super simple, super minimal. In my crease, I'm going to be applying this MAC Omega eyeshadow, and this is just such a beautiful matte brown shade. It's a very cool toned kind of shadowy brown, so it looks like you're just accentuating the natural shadows on your eyes. I'm going to be taking that shadow on a fluffy brush and just lightly blending it and diffusing it across my crease. Next, I'm going to be dipping into another MAC shadow. This is the shade Vanilla, and this is just a really nice light matte shade, especially for my skin tone. I just feel like it gives me a really subtly more bright look on my lid, which I love, especially for a look like this. So this is very subtle, but basically what I've done is I've just accentuated the natural highlights and shadows of my eyes. Before I move on to add shadow to the bottom lash line, I'm just gonna set my under eyes very lightly. I'm just going to use a little bit of the Laura Mercier Under Eye Brightening Powder, and I'm just gonna dump a little bit into the cap here and pick up some of that on my beauty blender. For me, it's kind of hard to find a under eye brightening powder that actually brightens my under eyes because I'm actually very pale, so most under eye powders are just like the same color as my skin. They don't really do a whole lot, but I actually find this one really makes a difference. The way it reflects light is super pretty, and I just feel like my eyes actually do look brighter after I apply it. Something I used to do actually is set my under eyes with the MAC Vanilla eyeshadow that I just used on my lids. I would still do it. It actually works really well. Moving on to a little bit of lower lash line shadow, I'm going to just use the same MAC Omega shadow that I used in my crease and just really lightly blend that along my lower lash line. So while I normally wouldn't add liner for a no makeup look, I just feel like for the clean girl look, having a nice, clean, sharp liner, just a baby wing, actually is really pretty. So I'm gonna do that. This is just the best eyeliner ever, and the color is so pretty. It's just a nice soft brown, so it doesn't look too harsh, and it's super easy to use, and definitely the best liner that I have for achieving this really thin, crisp baby wing look. So I'm going to start at the outer corner of my eye and just lightly start flicking that up. Okay, so this liner is finally starting to dry out after months of using it, so I'm gonna go try and see if I can find my backup. Okay, perfect. Let's see if this one applies a little bit better. Oh yeah. You know I love a product when I have a backup ready to go on deck. And then I'm only going to drag it in about halfway across my lid. Alright, so I'm quite happy with that. This is a very nice, subtle baby wing, and I feel like it'll look even better once I put mascara on. And next, I'm going to show you guys a little trick I like to do for days where I'm wearing less makeup. I'm going to be taking the Patrick Ta Precision Gel Liner in the shade Rich Brown, and I'm just going to be running that all along my tight line up top. These liners stay all day. They do not budge. They're one of the best liners I've ever used for the waterline. Doing this will make your lashes look and appear fuller without actually wearing liner. In the case that you want to opt out for the baby wing liner that I've done, I would recommend going in with a little bit of this in the tight line. So now that the waterline's done, I'm just going to curl my lashes and apply mascara. The mascara that I'm going to be using is the Lash Idole by Lancome. Oh my gosh, I just love this mascara. Honestly, it has fully replaced my old favorite, which was the Maybelline Falsies. It is a little bit higher in price point, so if you don't want to spend this much, just buy the Maybelline Falsies mascara. It is just as amazing. I love the curved wand of this mascara. I love how natural it makes my lashes look, but it gives me volume and length, and it never clumps. It's just amazing. Love this mascara, would highly recommend it. To fill my brows, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever AQUA Resist Brow Definer in the shade Soft Brown, and I really love this pencil. It is super thin and easy to use, and I actually like this shade because it's a little bit lighter than my natural brow, so it doesn't ever look too heavy or too drawn on. But yeah, I basically just draw small hair-like strokes and extend the tail of my brow. So I don't typically go for like a laminated brow look. I personally am just not a huge fan of that trend, so I use this one. This is just a very natural looking brow gel. It holds my brows in place and it makes them look fluffy. But if you're looking more for like a laminated brow effect, I would recommend using maybe the Patrick Ta Brow Wax or the Refi Brow Gel. Those are both really good options for that. I just like to brush this gel throughout my brows. Just kind of shape them into how I want them to go and set them in place. All right, brows are done, so now I'm gonna move into blush. And this blush has been one of my favorites. I've been using it almost every day, and this is the ever so popular Charlotte Tilbury GLOWGASM Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pinkgasm, and I just love it. The formula is so pretty. It's kind of a glowy blush and it's super easy to blend. I definitely recommend this product if you can get your hands on it. I know it's been super popular lately. I'm just going to be mainly focusing this on the high points of my cheeks, not applying too much of this, just a little bit to start. Also a little bit on the bridge of my nose. And I'm just gonna blend that out with a brush. This is looking really pretty with that bronzer we applied earlier. It's just a very supernatural kind of glowing from within look. And now we're gonna add some glow to the skin. I've been really liking this lately. Initially, I don't know why, I just figured it wouldn't work for me because it's a little bit warmer and darker in tone, but it actually looks so good. This is the Refi. I literally don't know what this is called because it has nothing else but Refi on it, but this is by Refi. It's their glow product. And let me just show you what I mean. So when I first start to apply this, you can see it looks super bronzy, but the more you blend it out, it just kind of blends in with your skin. I think any skin tone could get away with using this product. I'm just bouncing that on my cheekbones, really pressing that into my skin. It does ever so slightly warm up the skin, but I just think it looks so beautiful. I love the way it reflects the light. So moving on to lips, I'm just gonna use lip liner for this look. I'm gonna start with this lip liner from NYX. This is the shade Natural, and I'm just going to line all over my lips with it. It pretty much matches my lip shade perfectly. And I'm just overlining slightly on the Cupid's bow. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of my favorite lip liner of all time, MAC Whirl. I'm just gonna lightly bring that onto the outer corners of my lips just to kind of contour them ever so slightly. I'm going to finish off with this Dior lip gloss in the shade 13. This is their Lip Maximizer. I love this shade so much. It's so pretty and it gives the lips a lot of shine, which I think is a very cohesive look to go with the rest of the glowy face. And I'm just going to lightly apply that to the centers of my lip. All right, now for the final step of this makeup look, I'm just going to add a couple little freckles using the original Freck. I just feel like this adds the illusion of like having bare skin. That is it for today's makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am really happy with how this turned out. I just love this look. It's a go-to look for me. It is universally flattering, and I just love the way this enhances the natural beauty someone has. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe. Show some love in the comments as well. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.